I know this album came out before the channel got started, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I still wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this new Donda album. What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I'm back, and we got to get into it. We got to talk, man. This is another edition of Kinda Late Reviews, and we're going to be talking about Donda by Kanye West. We all know who Kanye is at this point. There's no need for an introduction. This is another project from one of hip-hop's greatest artists, Kanye West. Post-divorce, post-presidential campaign. Man, that's still weird to say. Now, Kanye has many classic albums under his belt, without question. Whether it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Late Registration, College Dropout, Graduation, Yeezus, and yes, Yeezus is a classic. In my opinion, Kanye didn't even have a miss until his last album, Jesus is King. And look, this isn't a religious thing, okay? This album was just bad. To me, Kanye didn't provide much. It was very surface level. As Kanye, has transitioned into Christianity and his strong passion for Jesus, and we really were able to experience that transition before our very eyes. But to me, on Jesus is King, Jesus felt more like an aesthetic rather than someone that Kanye worshipped and loved and was surrendering his life to. It felt weird. And it was especially weird, at the time of this release with, a lot of the antics with Kanye West, like the presidential campaign, and then all these weird statements about, Harriet Tubman not freeing slaves. It was a weird time, okay? So knowing that, this is the path that Kanye's on now with his music, I wanted Kanye to, go deeper on this one. And as he's singing and praising God on this one, I wanted more. And I was really expecting this, given the significance of this album and it being named after his mom. And for those who don't know, Donda West, Kanye's mother, tragically passed a little over a decade ago due to complications with surgery. And as we know, this really did have a big effect on him moving forward, especially on his next release of 808s and Heartbreak. But I will say that this is a much better project than Jesus is King, without question. Now, this album is 27 songs and an hour and 50 minutes. Y'all know where I'm going with this. This album was bloated unnecessarily. Why? 27 songs, almost 2 hours. I did not listen to this album 4 or 5 times to prep. I'm just letting y'all know. I got my notes. I listened to the album. I know how I feel about it. Y'all not getting a track by track breakdown. I'm sorry. It's just, it's not happening. Okay. But I will say, despite a lot of filler and what I feel are unnecessary songs on here, this was a pretty cohesive listen. So I wanted to break down. I'm gonna break down some of my highlights, some of my cons, as well as we discuss. The first being the song Jail featuring Jay-Z. And let's just start with that. Did we expect to see Kanye and Jay-Z, the throne, reunite? This was a moment that, I feel like I'm not gonna forget this moment just in general. And I thought this was a cool track, especially the hard guitar hits and the layers of Kanye and his choir screaming, "Guess who's going to jail tonight?" This felt like a really good track. And Jay-Z provided a solid verse as well. I will say, though, a little bit of lazy writing on his part. It was weird, especially his opening lines where he says, "God in my cell, that's my cellie. Made in the image of God, that's a selfie." Wow. And I don't, I may be petty with this, but I don't know. I would kind of feel away if I was Kanye about some of those lines, because Jay-Z had a way better verse on Certified Lover Boy. I can't lie about it. So I would feel a little way if I was Kanye in that regard. Another standout track for me was the song "Off the Grid" featuring Playboi Carti and Fivio. And listen, let's just get out the way that Kanye sounded good on this, and so did Playboi Carti. I enjoyed how he utilized Playboi Carti on this, but the standout on this by far was Fivio, especially as the song transitioned into a more drill type beat, which is more of what Fivio raps over. He went in, oh my goodness. And I've been hearing apparently that on his album that's gonna be coming out later, that Kanye did a lot of the production on it. So this just got me really excited to see what Fivio is going to be doing in the future, because he was a standout feature on this album. The song Hurricane was a beautiful track. The Weeknd sounded absolutely amazing on this, as well as Lil Baby, who just continues to amaze me at this point. Lil Baby flowed over this nice on a more singy type flow, which I enjoyed. Praise God featuring Baby Keem and Travis Scott is another song I want to mention, especially on the part of Kanye and Travis Scott. Is how they were going back to back on this was really dope. I always love seeing those two together. I will say Baby Keem's verse was a mixed bag for me, because the singing and different things he was doing was just not good. But when he started rapping, it was really good. It kind of reminded me of when he was rapping on Family Ties with Kendrick off of his last album, Melodic Blue. Like when he just turned it on and just started rapping, like it sounded great. But the singing, and no sir. Probably my favorite track on this entire project is the song Jonah featuring Vory and Lil Durk. And I gotta shout out Vory again. If you didn't watch my Meek Mill review, I spoke on Vory just a little bit, because I've just been hearing him featured on different tracks and I'm really enjoying his voice. He sounded amazing on this hook. It can't be denied. And also Lil Durk with a great deep low verse on the end of this record as well. This was a standout track. Don't Believe What I Say has been a song that I've been seeing mixed reviews on by people, more so because of the sample. For those who don't know, Kanye sampled Lauryn Hill's Doo Wop, That Thing on this, and he didn't really chop it or go crazy with it like he usually does when he samples. But I personally enjoy this track just because of the strength of that song by Lauryn Hill. The part that he got and looped up, it makes the song so memorable, and I like how Kanye was rapping over it, and then the kick that's just going along with it. I personally enjoyed it. One of the most beautiful tracks on this album by far is the song 24. I absolutely love this song. Kanye's singing isn't bad on this. I usually do have an issue with his singing, but he sounded good. The choir, sounded so good. And this track just makes you feel good, especially it was repetitive in a lot of ways. Like, for example, the part where, everyone's just saying, "We're gonna be okay." I personally, while it was repetitive, I enjoyed it because it just made me feel good. Just constantly hearing something, but constantly hearing a positive affirmation, can make you feel good. And just Kanye and the choir just constantly singing, "We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay." Like that just was a real pick me up, and it felt good. But maybe the best combination of features maybe on the song Moon featuring Kid Cudi and Don Toliver. And oh my goodness, Don Toliver and Kid Cudi on this song, when we talk about melodic rap, these are artists that this is just what they do. Don Toliver, comes in singing, Cudi comes in right behind him. Man, it was perfect. It felt like I was in a utopian society, and Cudi and Toliver just chilling, just singing some tunes. Man, it was perfect. Jesus Lord is another standout track that had Jay Electronica with an amazing feature. He had a line on here that I really liked. He said, "I never rode the GXSR, the R6, or the Honda, but I flew my Ducati through North America like Wakanda." That went hard. That was a great bar. It had a very catchy hook with Kanye and his choir. I enjoyed that as well. Kanye and Roddy Ricch team up on the song Pure Souls, and this song right here is just one of the many reasons I'm a big fan of Roddy Ricch. This man sounded great on this song along with the choir. Another great Vory performance on the song No Child Left Behind with Kanye. I love how he sounded on this, and I also love the organs that were just, on this song constantly as Kanye is singing. He's Done Miracles on Me. This song was dope, and I love the commercial also that the song was playing, and it had Sha'Carri Richardson racing as like both Sha'Carri and Kanye lost their mothers, and kind of how he used that for the commercial and also promoting the song. Now listen, on a 27 track project, you're gonna have great moments, but you're gonna have bad ones too. Let's just start with the song Junya featuring Playboi Carti. One of the most annoying songs on this album. When Kanye's rapping and at the end he does that and then he raps like that was just, it got tired very quick. And then you add Playboi Carti in, who, while he sounded good and was utilized well on Off the Grid, like I cannot stand him on this track. We repeat a line like 6-7 times. Like let's rhyme some words, man. Also the organs with the aggressive 808 just sounded weird production wise on this thing. Vory was also on the song God Breathed, which was a song I didn't enjoy, but Vory sounded great, honestly. It was Kanye and his flow on this one, as he's, you know, repeating God Breathed on this. His flow, like along with the beat, it was annoying. Like it didn't sound good in my opinion. A song that I wish I wasn't disappointed in was the song Television that sees us with a posthumous verse from Pop Smoke. And I don't know, I didn't really like how Kanye utilized Pop Smoke on this one, with the simple piano beat and how Pop Smoke sounded. Like I don't know, I was expecting more. You know, it would have been nice to have heard him on Off the Grid along with Fivio Foreign. Like that drill beat, like that's the type of thing that Pop Smoke and Fivio Foreign, you know, would easily destroy. And then some more, you know, things that I had an issue with were the part twos on this album. The song was 23 songs, but then he added 4 more songs that were just part twos of other songs that didn't sound different. The same features that were on the original were also there doing the same thing. He would just add 1 or 2 more people. Like the song Jail Part 2. This one, it didn't have Jay-Z on it, but now he adds DaBaby and Marilyn Manson. And if you guys don't know, Kanye kind of talked about how he was trying to clear the song and get it on the album because it wasn't on the original project. But I'm wondering why Kanye was trying so hard to get this on the project. It didn't do much. And I'm wondering what he was going for here with, you know, having DaBaby and Marilyn Manson on here. This is coming right after DaBaby's like disgusting comments at Rolling Loud. And then you got Marilyn Manson, who's like dealing with a lot of allegations of abuse and very like, you know, troubling things. And you have Marilyn Manson on here screaming, who's going to jail tonight? Like, you, sir, you very well might be. I already didn't like the first Junya, and then part 2, we see Kanye and Playboi again, and this time we had Ty Dolla $ign, and this was really disappointing because there's not a Kanye project without Ty Dolla $ign, like in this day and age, and he always utilizes Ty Dolla $ign well. Ty Dolla $ign's a feature killer, but he didn't really do much singing on this. It was more rapping, and it just didn't sound good in my opinion. But listen, overall, Donda was not a bad project. Like I said, I felt like it flowed well, it was cohesive, but it was 27 songs. This could have easily been, if this would have been like a 13 to like 15 like song project, man, would it have been amazing. But even though this was obviously a bloated record, Kanye delivered a solid product here, and you know, the features on here really did a lot, and there's a lot of praise that should be, you know, put on their behalf as well. A lot of people on this project, but man, did they sound good. So, you know, moving forward, I do wonder where Kanye's gonna go next. Like, I'm assuming it is gonna be another, you know, Christian gospel release. But I wonder what he's gonna do next. Like, is it gonna be another big project, bringing a lot of collaborators in? You know, is it Kanye gonna continue to, you know, push the button on production wise? Because I feel like he still is continuing to experiment and, you know, create some great produced beats. So I'm curious to see what Kanye does next. So I'm gonna give this album a 6 out of 10. What were your thoughts on this new Kanye project? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite tracks? Let's have a conversation down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining. This has been another Kinda Late review. And next week, I'm gonna be doing a special collab on another Kinda Late review for Certified Lover Boy. You guys are gonna really enjoy that one. So I hope you guys tune in for that. Please, please, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're doing 3 videos a week. I told y'all, I promise y'all I'm gonna get these videos out for y'all because we got a lot of music to talk about. But I'm Jason. This has been my take. See you next time.